Let's go. Happy Thursday. Welcome into Way Offside. Small crowd tonight. You guys go ahead and like, share, do all the things. Tell everybody to get in here. We're not going to wait. We're going to get started because
we offended someone last week.
Say it again.
We offended a whole bunch of people last week.
I guess so.
This game was offensive.
I guess so. We already have some breaking news tonight. I'm going to go and bring this up on the screen, Jeff. Availability report. I'll make this bigger for everybody to see. Maybe I will. This is via Charlie Potter. How's that looking, Jeff? Is that looking good? Can people see that? Probably not. Of course not. Let's fix it. Bro, just get it.
Hang on.
Okay. It's not going to work.
There we go.
Let's just do this. All right. What you can't see is Alabama's availability report out. Of course, you've got Quay Russaw, Jamarian Lathan, Caden Jones, Danny Lewis Jr., and Jeremiah Beeman. Obviously questionable. Gino Vandermark. Gino Vandermark played some left guard for us last weekend. I don't know that one's a big deal, but listed as doubtful right now is highly popular freshman wide receiver Latsier Brooks. Already getting questions about Latsier in the comment section. What's going on? Let's see. Dano asked, what's wrong with Latsier? Listed as doubtful. That sucks. I'll be honest, we don't know. We don't know what's going on with Latsier. We can speculate. I will say this. I have a daughter at UA, and everybody there is a petri dish right now. There is a lot of sickness going around, the flu, things like that. So that is definitely a possibility for both of those guys, Latsier Brooks and Gino Vandermark. But right now, he's listed as doubtful. I will say yesterday, South Carolina had a lot of dudes listed as doubtful too. So we'll see if that changes. He may be ready to go tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not coaching. I'm not in that locker room, but it sucks that he's not going to play if he doesn't. But at the same time, Alabama's okay at the wide receiver position. Like they're going to be fine 1 week without him. So am I wrong in that assessment?
That just means somebody else will step up. Maybe Rico Scott will get a couple more plays.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of dudes that can step in and play. We haven't seen a lot of Jalen Hill, so if he's ready,
any of him,
Bach
either.
But I like what you're saying. And Bach is going to be available this weekend. So, but I like what you're saying, Jeff, about Rico Scott. Like they're going to be fine.
Hopefully, we won't need Lottie. Like we should, if we go in there and do what we do. This shouldn't be a problem. This game shouldn't be a problem.
It absolutely should not. Well, let's go to the comment section and see who else. Who was
whether
first
we do what we need to do, that's a different story. But if we check our boxes, there's no way South Carolina should beat us.
Absolutely not.
By any stretch. It shouldn't even be close.
Agree with you. Who was first tonight, Jeff?
Actually, it was this afternoon. Kayla was here at 2:20.
Pop it up. Roll Tide.
And she never left. She's been here for like 6 hours.
She's sitting there waiting.
Just sitting there staring at the thumbnail.
Roll Tide Chuck.
Roll Tide
Chuck.
Cat's in the house. What's up, Cat? Good to see you.
Jay Walker. What's going on? Good to see you. Jay Bake, how you doing?
What's up, Jay Bake? Hey, Jeff done had his black hoodie. I got this bad boy last year.
That's why, Keith.
First time I saw him wearing it. I also got the red one because they didn't have black ones at the time. So I got the red one, and then I saw the black one a few weeks later, and I snatched that. So I got it.
Gotcha. Keith, are they done over there yet? I like them fellas, man. They do good work.
Shoot us.
They're all talking about your hoodie.
Hey, this thing's pimp now. I mean, it's going to bring us another dub on Saturday.
What's up, Steven? How you doing?
Yeah, to piggyback off that, Cat, when I first heard about this and Cotton told me that he wasn't injured, my first thought was, oh, crap, he got suspended. Yeah, he did something dumb and got suspended.
Let me let me preface that by saying I don't know if he's not injured.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be, but I feel like if he was, we would have heard about that before now. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that he was battling something or whatever. So he may
Going on,
just
Larry?
have a code brown. What up, Larry?
Code Brown. Yeah, look, seriously. I mean, tis the season, right? It's cooling off. It's the fall right before Halloween. Everybody starts getting sick, and it kind of stays that way until January, till after Christmas. Somebody seems like they've always got the flu or something. And these guys are all together, so all the time. So if one person gets sick, everybody gets sick.
Just feed Cuevas.
Yeah, for real. I mean, just
He's
throw
a
the ball to
beast.
Cuevas whenever down. They'll be just
He's a
fine.
freaking beast.
But that's fine. So thanks for joining us tonight. Again, I know
Appreciate
there's
y'all.
a lot of competing shows on tonight. So thank you for being here with us. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. We put out a lot of content. I work my
Please.
butt off all day. Jeff is working his tail off on graphics and all sorts of stuff to bring you as much as we can and to try to be as entertaining as we can. So
We
please,
do our best.
yeah, we'll go off the
Sometimes we
rails
do.
at some point.
Sometimes we go off some serious rails.
Yeah, I
Right,
promise you.
Todd William.
At some point in time tonight, you'll laugh. So hopefully,
If you haven't already, just by our big dumb faces.
who are these goobers?
See, Saban's back there pointing at you. He knows this guy
Yeah.
right here. This guy.
Oh, wrong shoulder. Shut up.
Yeah. Shut up.
Anyway, all right, we're going to be previewing Alabama, South Carolina, and we're going to be talking about some recruiting as well.
Tobias.
We'll start there. Let's start with recruiting. That's what everybody's going to want to talk about.
You're right,
Tobias.
Tobias.
Already bringing it up. So, do we have an overlay for this, Jeff? I can't remember.
For recruiting?
No, it's not here. It's fine. Whatever. We don't need it. We'll just talk about it.
Oh, you're talking about the one that had the graphic in the middle of it? I think
Yeah.
I deleted that by accident when I was deleting the
Thanks for
tick
that.
overlays.
Thanks for that. Now we're completely unprepared.
That's
Thank you, sir.
over.
No, I'm kidding. That's it. Show's done. No. All right. Recruiting.
We'll just give 'em a little
Alabama.
help. How about that?
I like that. Spend my dollar. Alabama's
Right.
doing some fine things on the recruiting trail right now. We will talk about what's happening and then we'll speculate a little bit. Obviously, Alabama gets the big flip from Georgia this week, 3-star edge, as well as they get a commitment from 2027 quarterback Trent Seaborn out of Alabaster, Thompson area. Thompson
been-
QB,
Slinging it there since 8th grade. How did he play there in 8th grade?
because he was the bomb. That's why.
Isn't he in a 9 through 12 school? How was he?
I don't know. Yeah, it
How was he
is. But
playing?
I mean, sometimes you got
He
to
threw like 5 touchdowns in a game I read when he was in 8th grade.
Yeah, man.
It's like,
Yeah.
good Lord.
On top of that, Alabama picks up a prediction from On3 Steve Wiltfong in the game to land 5-star 2027 quarterback, number 1 quarterback in the class, Elijah Haven. Now, this has started a lot of conversation. People going, "Hey, what's going to happen? This quarterback room is stacked, right?" So you're likely going to lose Ty Simpson this year. You're going to be left assumedly with Keelan Russell, Austin Mack. I think the heavy favorite to win the job going into next season would be Keelan Russell, and that's not a knock against Austin Mack. But then next year you're bringing in Jet Tamala, which you guys, if you haven't watched Tamala, go do that. Go find highlights, watch him. The kid's a superstar.
The first thing you need to do is go watch our interview with him and then go look at his
that's it.
highlights.
Yeah, it's on the channel. You can watch it
In
there.
that order.
Yeah, Tamala's legit, man. And he's bringing with him Taden Kawa. And then assuming that Bama does pick up Elijah Haven, you've got him and Trent Seaborn coming in the following recruiting cycle. So what does that look like? I don't think it matters what it looks like, to be honest. Obviously, if you have that many quarterbacks, somebody's leaving. That is okay. Obviously, for Alabama fans, you don't want it to be Keelan Russell. If you're going to bring in Elijah Haven, you don't want it to be him. Personally, I don't want it to be Jet Tamala. That kid is legitimate. But the bigger picture is this, is that QBs now are knocking down the door to come play in this offense. They want, I mean, if the number 1 QB in the country is now all of a sudden considering Alabama, or not just considering, wants to come be at Alabama, that's a huge deal. And that says a lot and it should fire you up regarding Alabama's ability to recruit moving forward. Obviously, a big part of what made Nick Saban so successful during his tenure at Alabama was being able to recruit the top talent. Well, it looks like there's not going to be that much of a drop off as of right now. So that's the overarching story that I'm seeing and that I'm excited about. I don't think Alabama's done either. Obviously, we still got a long way to go for the 2027 class, but I don't think they're done in the 2026 class. One of our faithful members has fed me some information. I won't go too live with it yet, but I do think that there's a 5-star flip on the way to Alabama. It's kind of what I'm being told. We'll see if that happens. If anybody wants to elaborate on it in the chat for everybody, go ahead. I'm not going to do that because it's not my information, but you know who you are. I'm waiting for.
So going back to Jet, if you guys go look up his stats, keep this in mind that these are all mostly just first half. When you see these numbers and the ridiculousness of these numbers, keep in mind that he's not playing most of these second halves.
Yeah, it's a very Tua-esque season for him.
Very. And these numbers are ridiculous. And then you go, he's playing half of these games.
Yeah. Tobias has a really good question. Should more teams sign 2 QBs? Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, if you can sign 2 QBs,
anyway.
why wouldn't you, man? I mean, why wouldn't you want as much depth and experience in that room as possible? Now, that's signing 2 5-star guys, that's not going to happen anymore like it used to for certain teams, Alabama. But I think that's kind of what you're seeing. Like, Alabama's going to go get their guy, Jet Thamala, who I think personally should be a 5-star. All the major recruiting agencies have him as a 4-star, but then they go and get Taden Kawa, who is a great depth building piece. Assuming this all holds, keep in mind when we're talking about the 2027 class, a long, long way to go. But let's say Alabama does officially sign or eventually, sign Elijah Haven and Trent Seaborn. You're looking at the same thing. I don't see why you wouldn't if you could.
You almost have to.
Yeah, really, especially with the transfer portal. If you don't, and the injury bug hits you, or you've got portal, you could be in a tough spot.
Like insurance, maybe the insurance purposes.
Exactly.
You're one play from
an insurance
from being the starting quarterback.
Yeah. So
especially in this league, guys get banged around in this league, man. Look at our probable list.
Yeah. And I mean, to this point, I think, sure. And you're going to see a lot more of this in the coming weeks. There's a lot of people that are going to enter the portal when it opens that aren't really being loud about it. There's a lot of recruits that are going to decommit right now. The coaching carousel is not done. I think there are some teams out there that will see coaching changes, whether that be they fire coaches or coaches leave for other jobs or even potentially jobs in the NFL, Mike Locksley. But we'll see. We'll see. And I mean, if a kid is committed to the coach and not the university, then you're going to see a lot more of that this year. And Alabama has a chance to get in on a couple of more of these guys that they already had some potential with.
They're going to be making some calls here.
So
nobody knows, Keith. That's the $1 million question.
Yeah, Keith, we talked about this already a little bit. I think, I don't know that he's hurt. It's flu season, man. Everybody at that university is getting sick right now. Student athletes. I think that's probably the more reasonable assumption. If we're just going to assume that's just my thought. I don't have anybody telling me that. But keep in mind, doubtful today doesn't mean doubtful tomorrow. Those availability reports change a lot. So,
well, I also tend to agree with you. If it was an injury, I believe we would have.
Yeah, he's such a high-profile player. We would have heard about it for sure.
So.
I think it's Tobias. Jeff saw it at the same time I did.
I've been telling people this since his state championship game in high school that he was not the next Eli or Peyton, but everybody got all squirmy because he said Manning, including in the national media before he ever played a game. They crowned him and he had nowhere to go but down. And he was not really given a fair shake to evolve into a SEC caliber quarterback. You can't just walk in the door and you're an SEC caliber quarterback. It
Yeah.
takes time.
Well, yeah, I blame Paul Feinbaum personally. He was the guy that was kind of weaving that preseason hype.
Yes.
For
And
Arch
everybody
Manning.
latched onto it and all these
Yep.
preseason lists.
Yeah,
Josh Pate
because it
too.
was-
I love Pate.
Yeah, every time Feinbaum put the name Manning on something, it was blowing up, and he just kept going with it and kept going with it. And even Arch Manning during SEC media days, they asked him about the hype, and he was like, "I'm flattered, but
Plenty.
I haven't done anything yet." So
Ain't no
kudos to
plenty.
him for understanding that he hasn't proven anything on the field. But
I mean, Pate's list, Ty Simpson wasn't even in the top 10.
yeah, they're learning now, aren't they?
Jeez, all criminalities. You're like,
Yeah,
why? So because he hadn't played. And well, I mean, well, we put Arch too. How is that?
Didn't he play at a private
Right.
school?
Yes. And then in the state championship game, he was terrible. And
Yeah.
a buddy of mine like clued me in on this and was like, look, there's something there. He was that awful in that game. There's something there.
Yeah. Look, and I know you can kind of make comparisons to the Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson situation. I think it's different because of the coaching change. So, in keeping that in mind, like there's a reason Arch Manning wasn't starting over Quinn Ewers last year because Quinn Ewers was not great, but he gave Texas their best chance to win games. So, you know what I mean?
Well, and he was a 3-year starter. You know, it's hard to,
Yeah.
I mean, as we went through last year, it's hard to it's hard to just toss the guy off and move on to the next. You know, there's more factors into it. We were the first experience of that last year.
I did see that video. It was awful. Yeah. So let's talk about Jeff. Let's switch gears here a little bit, and this is a good segue. We've kind of talked about Latsier Brooks a little bit, but we haven't talked about Geno Vandermark. A lot of you probably remember Jaden Roberts went down with an injury last week. Can anybody tell me what was going on with that? I haven't seen an update on it. I'm
I
sure
think he
something
rolled his
about it.
ankle, didn't he? Wasn't it an ankle?
I hope that's all it was,
I
but
think it was just his ankle.
Captain BC 52 asked, "We good at left tackle, or you mean guard?" I'm assuming
Left guard. I was about to say we're pretty good at left tackle.
Yeah. There's Caden Proctor.
Well, it should be
Yeah,
Dewberry. He started every game except the Tennessee game. It's so
Yeah.
random.
Yeah, I'm not really sure the thought process behind putting Geno Vandermark over there against Tennessee. He
What happened on the
he got
first play?
blown up. He got blown up
First
a couple
snap.
of times. Yeah, he
Third
got blown
snap.
up.
What happened?
But yeah, I think we'll be fine. You know, that's a semi. Keep in mind, he's just questionable, or he's not even doubtful. So he may be able to play, but Alabama's got some guys that they can plug in there. I'm be interested to see if Jaden Roberts plays. Probably not, but Michael Carroll. This is a weird time of year where your team, you know, we're about to go into a bye week. You've got this SEC road game, so you want to manage injuries. So I wouldn't be surprised if anybody was just kind of dinged up and didn't have to play, if they just keep them out. You know what I mean? He's a terrorist.
Yes. The
Oh,
first play of the
that's good.
game, it's like 56 on his back, and I was like, oh, yeah.
I went back and actually did a little bit of a rewatch today. I watched the unofficial assistants. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah.
I love those. I
That's
love
the
that.
best rewatch out there.
Dude, so good. But he was,
Unofficial UA coaches, you guys go watch the
Yeah, dude.
rewatches there. They're fantastic.
he was pointing them out, man. He was all over Vandermark because he did. He got completely, just flatlined several times. But in his defense, he's been over there playing on the right side of the line. Not that I don't think it's much different playing left guard as opposed to right guard, but he just
Well,
got
it's just-
absolutely just
It's
destroyed.
just one of those things where I'm like, the guy Dewberry has started every game at left guard, and then he it's not like he played bad, so he got benched. It's like suddenly he didn't start. And I'm like, what are we doing?
Now, Steven, everybody else, we have to also keep in mind, I know it wasn't pretty, but this offensive line has gotten better altogether.
It has.
In pass
It has.
protection. Tyson, that was one of the best pass defenses in the country, or pass rushes, excuse me, not defenses, pass rushes in the country.
Mhm.
And they kept Ty clean the entire game. Now, some of that was on Ty Simpson. But the other side of that coin is they haven't looked great in the run game. The offensive line isn't helping these running backs. Bama's got running backs, man. They've got running backs, and the offensive line is not helping them out.
At least not the A gap. We seem to be just pounding the A gap, waiting for it to bust. And my thing is like mix it up. Try a counter. Try a sweep. Try something other than shotgun A gap with Kevin Riley, weighs 150 pounds, and he gets hit for 2-yard loss.
Huh. That happens sometimes, Lance. I don't know. I think YouTube.
I was wondering where Lance was. Honestly, I was like, where's Lance?
YouTube might be mad at us again. It does that sometimes when it's pissed off at us.
Yeah.
And then sometimes
I never did offend YouTube. We always offend YouTube.
Well, sometimes if you're on an iPhone, you actually have to go into your settings and turn it on. So I don't know why. Like Apple.
Yeah, Steven, the pitch was working. Like late in the game, they were tossing to Daniel Hill to give him a head of steam. Like, let's try that.
So yeah.
At least he
I
couldn't
noticed that
Saturday.
today, too,
He
on the
could
rerun.
not Saturday.
Tobias, yeah, he was. I don't know that he should have been in that game, to be honest. He didn't
Me
look
either. I think Daniel Hill probably should have gotten those carries or something. He just wasn't the same runner, and they just kept pounding that same play off of Brailsford's right butt cheek. And I was like, Lord of mercy.
What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Well, Daniel Hill is certainly going to get more carries. He's going to get more opportunities. They made that loud and clear. So I expect to see that this weekend for sure. Now, looking ahead to the South Carolina game. Now, Chris did not do our graphics this week and set our picks for us. So we're going to mostly talk about this game the rest of the show.
What's
this
the line?
game, it was 11.5 last time I checked. Chat, what's the line? Has it been updated? Has it moved? Tell me.
I think we're gonna clear that.
So you're feeling confident here? Because I think most Alabama fans are really nervous about this game, man.
It's because if we lose this game, it won't be because South Carolina beat us. It'll be because I think a couple of turnovers, pick six, something like that, or we just play terribly. South Carolina is not better than we are. We're better across the board than South Carolina. I mean, they're exactly who I thought they were going to be in the preseason when I told y'all they were going to lose 5 games at least. And so they're not better than we are. So there's no reason for us to be fearful of them. I'm not saying don't respect them. I'm not saying don't do your homework, don't whatever, but they're not better than us. So if we go out there, like I said earlier, if we check our boxes, they cannot hang with our speed or with our athletes. Now, if we go out there and muff some punts, throw a pick, fumble a couple of fumble, if we're not focused and nose to the ground focused, then there's going to be a problem. But I don't think that's going to be a problem with this team. I just think that we're just they can't hang with us for 4 quarters, and I just think we're just going to outrun them basically. Yeah, it may be close for a half. Maybe into the third quarter, it may be a 7 to 10 point game, but I think we're going to win by 17 to 20 in the end.
Yeah, I feel like Bama's in a pretty good spot to where, they understand, like the team understands that they understand what's in front of them. They understand that they've got some wiggle room in terms of losses, but they're going to play 3 really good teams moving forward after they get out of this weekend, right? They understand that. They understand that a bye week is right in front of them. Get this W, get healthy. The intensity hasn't really been a problem since week 1. The team's been getting better every week, except for that middle 8, as Clint likes to call it. Clint Lamb, our friend over there at Cover Crimson. The middle 8. Those 4 minutes leading into halftime and the 4 minutes coming out the last couple of weeks, Alabama has not looked good in that part of the game. But I'm with you, Jeff. I feel like this team understands what they have to do to be successful and maintain the success they're having. And I just don't see any reason for it to fall off this weekend unless they go out and they're completely shook by the crowd.
But we've been in tougher places than that.
Have we?
I know we lost to Tennessee last year, but we outplayed Tennessee for 3 quarters of that game. and that was way more crazy environment than they're going to see at South Carolina. Now that Williams Bryce Stadium is a tough place to win. I mean, we've learned that in 2010. Now, last time we went there was that the Najee Hurdle game.
Yeah,
where you hurdled that linebacker for. So when was that? That was what, 2020? Was that year, 19 or 20, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
And so I don't, like I said, the environment's doesn't concern me. It's us checking our boxes. That's my biggest worry, is us not doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, and I see everybody in the chat's pretty much agreeing with you. Like if Alabama's going to lose this game, it's not going to be because of South Carolina. It's going to be because they went in there,
Yes.
and didn't think they had to do anything other than show up to win the game.
I don't get that from this team. Not since week one.
This is still
as
an
crappy
SEC.
as that was. That may be the best thing that happened to this team in the end.
Yeah, this is still an SEC opponent on the road.
Mhm.
Lenore Sellers is the kind of quarterback that gives Alabama fits. They're coming off a bye week. They're also getting a big chunk of their starting offensive line back for this game. And in talking about that, I've gone through the numbers. Obviously, offensively, South Carolina is not great. They're not good at all, actually. In fact, I'm going to find this graphic I made, Jeff, and we can.
They're
chat
sellers
about
or
it.
bust. If he's
They
a
are.
dud, they are done. It's over. He's their only shot. I'm not saying they don't have good players on their team on offense, but if he goes in the tank, it's over. If we rattle him, it's over.
Right. No, I don't disagree with you, man. I don't. I think that, but the thing is getting Sellers to the ground. That's the big story in this game. Part of the big story. Getting Sellers down on the ground. Another big part of this story is going to be right here. South Carolina has gained 12 turnovers this season, same amount as Alabama. Now, the other flip side that I didn't put on this graphic because it didn't serve a purpose to get clicks and likes, I'll be honest with you, is that South Carolina's also lost 8 this year, while Alabama's done a very good job of taking care of the ball. They've lost 3. Only one of those has been an interception. So Alabama obviously has the advantage in the turnover margin. Alabama really, when you look at this game by the numbers, and that's what we use to infer our scores, Alabama's got the edge in every department, except they're about neck and neck with South Carolina when it comes to rushing. Alabama does not run the ball well right now, and neither does South Carolina. So it's an interesting game to pick, man. It's interesting just because there still are some problem areas on this Alabama team. As good as they've gotten, everybody's starting to talk about them in a playoff and a national championship light again, which is nice. It's great.
It's deserved. I mean, we deserve a little noise on us,
Sure.
around us about that.
Sure, absolutely. But again, we're going to look at some more numbers here that I've found. So offensively, South Carolina's terrible offensively. Like Jeff said, it's sellers or bust. They rank 102nd in passing offense. They average about 191 yards per game. They rank 120th in the country in rushing offense. They're averaging about 106 yards per game.
Sorry.
What'd you do? Did you break it?
There we go. My bad.
Thank you. Third down, 119th in the country, boys and girls. They're allowing opponents a 33% conversion rate, and they are last in sacks allowed, allowing almost 4 a game. Alabama's defensive line has a chance to get in here and really give Sellers some hell. Now, again, we just talked about it. That Oklahoma game, they were playing without the majority of their starting offensive line. They're going to have that offensive line back in this game, except for one player. So we'll see if Alabama's able to generate some pressure there. I think if Kane Womack is smart, he'll have Yonze Pierre on that field every obvious passing down. Defensively for South Carolina, they rank 59th in team sacks. They're averaging about 2 a game. So nowhere near the caliber of teams we've faced the last 2 weeks in Tennessee and Missouri.
Some stud defensive lines the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and we're going to see 2 more And so
Yes, we are.
they rank 112th in the country in third down stops, with opponents converting 44%. So, yeah, that's pretty terrible. And then you've got Alabama, who's coming in and converting third downs at a pretty high rate on really good third down defenses. That could get really ugly there on third down for Bama.
That's been a big key this year, is our third down conversions.
Yeah, and it's going to continue to be one in this game. If that first couple of drives, if South Carolina can't get off the field on third down, it's going to be a long day.
Ty is so good on third downs. It's
He is.
crazy
He absolutely is.
watching him just dice.
Yeah.
On third down.
They are 29th. They're actually ranked pretty high in the country in passing yards allowed. Opponents are averaging 186 a game. Kind of went back and looked at it. Don't see any really good. Let me look at their schedule one more time. To make sure I'm telling you guys the right thing. I don't see any really, really good quarterbacks that kind of pop off the screen when talking about them that they played recently. Well, they played Prebula. They played. I take that back. They've played Prebula. They've played. Oh my gosh, Diego Pavia, Nussmeier, but nobody cares. And then they played John Mateer, but Mateer was coming back. Is that the game Mateer was coming back from surgery?
So, yeah, broken hand or
yeah,
he came back
something
early
like
for
that.
that too, I think.
Yeah. So, didn't he throw? Is that the game he threw like 3 interceptions?
I think so.
No way, dude. No, that's not what I was about to say. No way. No, that's the game they lost to Texas. So,
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, sorry. But I mean, so they faced some pretty good offenses. All right, and then in run defense, they're 75th in the country. Opponents are averaging 150 a game. I expect Alabama to be very stubborn with the run in this game to try to get it going, control the clock, keep Lenore Sellers off the field. You've got a good 1-2 punch. Like we said, I think Daniel Hill's he's earned himself some more carries. So there you have it, folks. That's by the numbers in a nutshell. Whew, that was a lot.
We got numbers. You want some numbers? We got some numbers, man.
I got numbers for you, but I'll bring you numbers.
Numbers,
all day. I
baby.
love looking at those numbers.
It's the closest thing to the handwriting of God.
So, chat, how are we feeling about this game? Like, what's your keys to the game? Tell me in the chat. We want to talk about it. I see a lot of you are talking. Sorry, I was reading something else. I wasn't able to.
I think we're going to win by 20.
By 20?
Mm-hmm. I think by the time the game's over, we're going to, I think 41-21 is what my prediction was.
J-Bait, you got to elaborate, man. What about the linebackers? Are you talking about in run support? Aaron Lance, 31-13, Bama.
I like that. Get a field goal, make it 34-13. Throw back to the 92 Sugar Bowl. I almost had 41-17, Keith, but I gave them 21. I figure Sellers may rip one.
Steven, I'm not disagreeing
not a fart,
with you,
but a long run.
I'm not disagreeing with you. They made a change after that first couple of drives during the Tennessee game. They pulled Dijon Lee out. He was getting absolutely embarrassed out there. So was Deshaun Jones. I'm okay with what you put up here. And obviously, it's not my decision to make, but Jackson hasn't been playing great either, man. He's had a really rough year. And Morgan, dude, he just looks hungry, man. He looks hungry.
It's like
Absolutely.
he's just like waiting to make some crazy play. Red Morgan is. It's like he's just waiting to burst.
I know.
Whether it's a pick six or a huge interception or something. It's like he's just waiting for that play. Yes, Kat, I'm with you.
30-14, 35-14. I'm not putting that comment up. J-Bake's crazy. He just says ridiculous stuff. He did, Eric. He certainly did. Jeff, are you saying by 20? Do you have a final score, like a straight final score?
Yeah, 41-21.
41-21?
I made the graphic today for the post-game show, and that's what I put on there.
I get it. I think that Alabama's defense shows up big in this game. There's been a lot of talk about Bama's defense and how bad they've been, and they're not bad. Like guys, you just held the top scoring offense in the country to 20 points. Alabama's defense is not bad. Yes, they gave up 411 yards of offense. A lot of that was on dink and dunk plays at the end of the game on those 2 drives. But this defense, I think it's a lot better, and it's getting better. I think
What happened at the goal line against Tennessee at the end of that game when they were
Yeah.
trying to punch in a meaningless touchdown? We busted their.
Yeah, and I think they built that. Jeff, you took the wind out of my sails. I think they built on that. I do. I think they build on that going into this game, and they go into the bye week trying to set a new standard for themselves. And I think the defense
I
does
like
some
that.
damage here. I think Bama
like
wins
that.
this one 38-10.
I like that too. I'll take that.
38.
That means that if it's 38-10, I think that means that some of the twos will get some snaps,
yeah,
which would be good on a road. Get the twos in to get some snaps in a road game.
What do you do, Cat?
No, I
it.
see. I missed that, Cat. Please elaborate. Yeah, see, I didn't even see that. I was too busy blacking out from the interception.
Dude,
I hadn't gone back and watched the
I had to
game
go have,
again
I had to
yet.
go have a cigarette after that play, man.
I mean, my neighbors got to hate me. I know they hate me for that. I mean, because I was not quiet on my back porch. I was watching the
No,
game
they'll
on
be
my
fine.
back porch.
It'll be fine. You're a passionate Alabama
I was
fan.
like,
You're allowed.
y'all,
to.
I've lived in this house for 8 years. You've been hearing 8 seasons of this.
You're used to it. You're used to it.
This
Look,
is what it is
So,
for the months of October, November.
From Alabama, grew up in Alabama, the whole thing. I smoke meat a lot. And so I have a huge smoker. And I used to smoke meat all the time in Alabama. Nobody ever bothered me. I moved down to Florida. The first time I ever smoked meat in my backyard, I had like 3 or 4 different people come over and knock on the door to make sure the house was okay. I was like, you got smoke going up in your backyard. I'm like, yeah, man, it's
Smoker,
ribs.
bro. It's called ribs.
You can't smell that. Like, what are you-
Does it smell like charred house to you, or does it smell like juicy
Seriously,
ribs?
Are you gonna shut up, man? Like, why are you?
Why are you
Nobody
still-
down there supposed to be Florida can't do barbecue.
I figure out some Crocs roll up to your back fence when they smell the.
Did you say Crocs?
Some Gators, not Crocs, but Gators.
not
Whatever.
I'm about to say I'm not that far south. Do you know
Okay.
there's crocodiles in Florida? They're just way down south.
People go out in their backyard and one comes out of the lake and snatches their dog up.
Here's the problem with that, Jay buddy. If you're ever out there actually and your house is on fire, nobody's going to come check because they just think
Yeah.
you're smoking. The
The
brisket.
guy's fine. That guy burns all the time.
Yeah, he's fine. It's just chicken.
Whoops.
wings.
Yeah, it's just chicken wings.
Oh,
It's like a
man.
massive fire. That's fine.
I think we all have, Lance. I think we all had. Seriously, I had to go outside and have a cigarette after. I don't even smoke.
The UA coaches call that play was awesome too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Who did he? Dude, he calls Ty Simpson Dart Simpson. I love it. I love it so much. Lance, you trash Bill to your heart's content. So we told Bill he's not allowed to come back till he fixes his internet. But Bill's going to be doing a lot of writing over on the website so that there's an actual blog for you guys to read. So make sure you go over there. It's wayoffsides.com and check it out. He should start writing this week.
Roll Tide, Latoya.
What's up, Roll Tide? Good to see you. It's Tyrone Cornelius Simpson. I do that. I do this on videos all the time. I'll be like, it's Tyrone Simpson.
I think I named him Tyselford.
Tyselford.
Shut up, Bill.
We got a lot more watching. over on
Bill
X.
calls him Tyrannosaurus Simpson, so we've been calling him T-Rex.
I don't like that. Bill's got some pretty goofy jokes, man. He's not here. We should just take like 3 or 4 minutes.
At least
and
they're
just
clean.
crack them. Call on Tyrone. I see you, cat.
Yeah. Ty road games don't worry me with him.
Who's
he shut that
next?
one off week 1.
Eric, we already talked about that. But Elijah Haven's on deck, buddy.
Yes.
I will tell you, and again, he's in the chat. He can say it if he wants to. There is a 5-star headed Bama's way soon, a flip in the 2026 class. We think. I'll let
There's
him
going
tell
to be
you.
many
I don't want to
five
steal
stars
his.
that are
I don't want to
soon.
steal his thunder, because he's the one that got me the info. So I'll let him put it out there if he wants to. You guys will be happy. Don't worry.
To piggyback off this, Tobias, does anybody find it coincidence that the referee suddenly gets suspended, and then the next day Billups gets busted in this big gambling ring?
Interesting, right? Yeah,
You know,
I thought that was interesting too, man.
Ken Williamson has sucked for years, and nobody said a word. And now suddenly he's suspended, and then the next day, this whole thing blows up. And then last year they spent like a day and a half investigating Ohtani and said, he's clean. And then they spent like 4 years digging into this when everybody knows Ohtani wasn't clean.
It's a mess.
Give me a
It's
break.
a mess. What a story, man.
But
What a
just kind of
story.
funny how. Well, look, it's all intertwined together. The deeper you dive, it'll all connect somewhere.
So did they say how long Ken was going to be suspended and his crew, or is it indefinitely? Or
I'm like, this guy's been terrible for years. Like all of a sudden they suspend him now, and I'm like, what? He's
I saw
blown
that they-
games for the last decade.
they reviewed 11 different calls in that game, and 9 of them were wrong. The Auburn Georgia game, 9 of
Yeah.
them.
Close
They
your
can't be
eyes.
talking about the goal line play because the ball was out, bro.
Yes, the ball was out. Close your eyes. Pick an SEC game that his crew has refereed in the last 10 years, and you will find 9 of 11 missed calls at minimum.
Permanently suspended. That's crazy.
Like I'm telling you, this guy's been garbage for years.
no, I know. I agree with you.
And then like the rules expert that they have in the booth, Matt Austin, he was the worst one
yeah.
forever. And he's like the rules expert. And I'm like, every play against Tennessee, they're like, let's go to the rules. Let's go to Matt Austin, our rules expert. He's like, well, Tennessee wins. I hadn't even looked at the play yet, but whatever it is, it should benefit, it benefits Tennessee. I mean, seriously.
Dude, that's something else I've noticed this year. The replay or the rules analysts have been pretty bad in general across the board this year. There was a play in the Bama game. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, it was the Ryan Williams catch. They were trying to say, I don't think it's a catch. He didn't have. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Well, he didn't do
Right?
it. It never touched the ground. He's got it pressed up against his body. It doesn't matter that it's up here on the shoulder.
About.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah. I was like, what are you guys doing, man?
And then they come back.
Yeah,
and
I
like,
rewatched that
it's a
today
catch.
too, Lance. Yes, I don't disagree with that. I rewatched that today too, man. Absolutely,
Is that what happened?
I think
Lottie
so.
fumbled
Yeah,
and
I
Horton recovered.
fumbled,
Okay.
and I think it was a first down. So
I mean, he's got, like I said, he's been terrible for years. We've been dealing with this for
send that
years.
question to Birmingham, because I got no answers.
I mean,
it
this
that
has been
said that? Chat.
the SEC officiating has been awful for years. It's like like basketball. Anybody that watches SEC basketball, all you got to do is name Pat Adams, and everybody just starts
Dude.
weeping.
Yes, you're not kidding, brother.
I
You are
mean,
not kidding.
there's a handful of the basketball refs where you're just like, oh gosh, Doug
Yeah.
Schals, like, oh man, there's gonna be 86 fouls called in this game.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Oates, the basketball team.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a
Getting
fun
ready to
year.
tip- Getting ready to tip off here. I've got the basketball schedule screensaver. I'm about to.
Let's
about to
hold on.
pass
I'm
out
going to
to
show
y'all.
them. I'm going to show them your overlay really quick for that.
For our new show?
segment. Yeah, our new show that we'll have for basketball season. You guys want to see it? Jeff worked really hard on it. So
Hang on a second. Let me get the right overlay.
I'll let you do it. You do it.
Oh,
You
okay.
pop it up there for the people.
So this is our new.
Oh, look at that.
This is our
Yeah.
new full court crimson segment. Our show that we're going to do
Look
when basketball
at
season
that.
tips. Yeah, man. I like
This is-
that.
This is why I brought you on right here. 100%. This looks great, man.
Yeah.
chat
So
with
we're
them.
going to be
There you go.
dicing up
They
some
love
hoops talk here.
Yeah, we sure will. We sure will. Jeff's going to head that one up. He just doesn't know it yet. So,
Supplies.
welcome to the Way Offside family.
And we're
Now get
back.
to work.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we're looking
Oh,
forward to
man.
basketball. Although it's hard for me to get into basketball until usually after the Iron Bowl. But
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
fair.
give a shout out to the basketball team, Coach Oates.
That's
ready
fair.
for
I'll be
you.
watching.
I'm gonna drop our screensaver basketball schedule here in a couple weeks around the time of the North Dakota game, so you can switch over to it after the football season's over. Looks pretty nice. I put some time into
So
it.
we're already pushing 50 minutes, so I want to just kind of go over some key points of this game really quick before we make some picks, Jeff. And I'll just call out. I'm not going to have lines tonight, so we'll just call out games and
Yes,
picks. But
Stephen, I
anyway,
heard about that. Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
shout out to the
so-
Hornets for winning last night. Sorry.
Yeah,
Keep
key
cutting
to
into
the
you.
game for me, South Carolina this weekend. Obviously, third down for Alabama. South Carolina is one of the worst teams in the country in allowing third down conversions. If Alabama is converting third downs, they're scoring points. So, so
Surprised
right there,
myself.
whoever wins the turnover battle will win this game. Alabama's they've lost 3, gained 12. South Carolina has lost 8, gained 12. Alabama's winning in that metric. And then Alabama's pass rush. South Carolina has given up a ton of sacks. If the pass rush can get to Sellers and actually get them on the ground consistently, it's ball game. It'll be lights out, and I think Alabama wins big. Like I said, 38-10.
I love it. Long as number 15 is standing on 2 feet, we're gonna be just fine.
And again, the Brooks thing, we don't know. Steven said that he thinks he's in concussion protocol. I've heard there's a lot of flu
We get a
and
lot of
stuff
practice
going on.
injuries. You gotta notice that?
Huh?
We get
What?
a lot of practice injuries. You notice that?
That's not necessarily a bad thing. And so, to be honest, that means they're having pretty physical practices, but it didn't help them in week 1. So-
I'd say when it knocks out your starting defensive tackle, and then we lose 2 other defensive linemen for the year. Well,
your number 1 running back. and-
maybe we just do helmets and shoulder pads walk through the rest of the season. Shells.
So, so I think I feel pretty comfortable about this game. Maybe that's a bad thing because I haven't felt comfortable about an Alabama game yet this season. We'll see. But be sure you join us Saturday as soon as the game's over. Jeff and I. It would be great if other people would join us. Chris, talking to you.
I'm gonna be a few minutes late getting on that one Saturday. I've got
That's
to drive
okay.
home from.
That's okay. I'll start.
friend's
You
house
join
down
in.
the street.
Hop in when you want to.
Yeah. I will.
But I will. We'll be live with our reaction right after the game, and let's just get this W and get to the bye week. But for our hot take segment this week, we're going to be doing picks again. So roll that beautiful bean footage. So hot. So good. So good. Brought to you by Pollen Social and University Traditions. This is hot takes, and this week we're going to do picks. We're going to be picking some games as we've done the past couple of weeks. We got lazy this week and did not do graphics. I did not have time today. I apologize. I had some other stuff going on. So
That's okay.
I apologize. Should I tell them what was going on, Jeff?
Now apologize.
So for those of you who don't know, today is my name day. I'm old as dirt.
You know what that means, right?
I'm old.
It's his birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to
Thank
Cotton. Yay. Happy birthday.
Yeah. So 29 again.
Again.
Again. So yeah, I was doing family stuff, trying to. So, but anyway, all right, let's pick some ball games.
Pick them.
All right. I'm trying to see we're going to start off hot and heavy here at 12 o'clock on Saturday. You've got the number 8 Ole Miss Rebels behind Trinidad Chambliss heading over to Norman to take on the number 13 Oklahoma Sooners. I don't know who is favored in this game right now. It would be hard for me to pick against Oklahoma. So yeah, I'm going to take the Sooners in this one. Jeff?
Yeah, I'm going Boomer Sooner at the house.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss kind of shot their load over at Georgia. To be honest with you, I don't know if they're going to play that great again. Thanks, Keith.
Yeah, Oklahoma's defense is stout, man, and I don't know. I just don't like Ole Miss going in and winning that game on the road. I just can't bring myself to do it.
That's fair. Here's
But you're Lance on to something though.
Well, Lance may not be wrong, but I'm also thinking back to last year how you had that you had Ole Miss, Alabama, and South Carolina all had kind of like an argument to get that last spot in the playoff. Assuming Bama loses another game and somehow doesn't make the SEC championship game, I don't want there to be that much competition. So Ole Miss dropping another game would be good. Alabama can take care of Oklahoma. So, but yeah, give me Oklahoma in this one right now.
Do we even want to make the SEC championship game?
I'm under the impression that if you don't want to win that game, you're not a real fan. I'm calling you out, JT. JT said, if you don't want to play that game, I'm questioning your fandom. I'm like, I don't want to play that game, brother. I see no benefit, man.
I have been there in person when our season was ended in that game in 1994, and it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, Lance is right. Only for a bye. I
mean, you think Georgia would have given up that game last year if they could have kept their starting quarterback for the playoffs?
Sure would have.
I mean, if Ty gets his collarbone broken in the SEC championship game, will it be worth it then?
Jeffrey.
Yes, Larry. I've been screaming this forever. Why the good teams don't get rewarded with home playoff games is beyond me. Let's reward the 3 and 4 loss teams with home playoff games. Let them stay home.
We're still figuring out this playoff.
The good teams have to travel all over the place. Like, give me a break. This is so stupid.
Now, a game I want you guys to all keep an eye on. I think this one could get interesting. UCLA, Nico Iamaleava, however you say his name, will head over to Indiana and take on Kirk Cignetti in the Indiana Hoosiers. Currently ranked as number 2. Indiana's a good team, but they are not the second best team in the country, in my opinion. Good team, top 10 team, not the number 2 team in the country. I think this one could get interesting. It's an 11 a.m. kickoff as well. You know how those time slots typically go. But saying all that, give me Indiana.
Yes, Indiana by a mile.
I'm not saying by a mile. I think this one might go down to the wire. Nico might throw. He might have a chance to win it, throw an interception kind of deal.
You've been closer to right on these than I have, but I think Indiana dog walks them. But you've been way closer to right on these predictions than I have. I think you nailed the Vandy game or the Missouri game dead on.
Yeah, I did. Hoosiers. Anybody think? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, UCLA. I'm gonna laugh if UCLA pulls that upset. It'll be hilarious.
That will be funny.
Tennessee fans lose to Alabama and then get to watch Nico beat the number 2 team in the country at their place. Ooh.
Hey, Tennessee fans, don't worry. Nico got lucky last year. He wasn't going to beat us this year. You weren't going to beat us with him or Joey Freshwater.
No. All right, we've already picked the Alabama game. Everybody's going Bama here. There are honestly not a lot of great games this weekend. Now, we'll stay.
Who does A&M play?
Who?
A&M plays. Who's A&M play?
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Oh, okay.
A very interesting game here as well. The number 22 Texas Longhorns will head over to Starkville to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Jeff Lebby's got the Bulldogs trending in the right direction. I think they're not great, but they're getting there. This is a 4:15 p.m. kickoff. My time, 3:15. Everybody else. You know what? I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. Give me State, baby. I wish I had a ding, 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 ding. Yeah, give me the upset, man. I've called it. I said it before the season that Texas was going to lose 3 games and not make the playoff. Everybody laughed at me. Yeah, give me State in a close one. Give me Jeff Lebby. Sorry.
Yeah, I was back and forth on this one, but I'm with you. I think Mississippi State is going to win the game at home.
Okay. All right. Staying in the SEC, we'll move a little bit west of Starkville, and we'll go down to Baton Rouge in a night game. The Texas A&M Aggies will play the number 20 LSU Tigers. That offense is looking a little better, but it is still not where it needs to be competitive in the SEC. A&M's offense looks good. LSU will be without some key defensive starters in this game. Whit Weeks is likely not going to play. I really want A&M to lose at some point because I don't want to play them in the SEC championship game, but I think the Aggies win this one.
I couldn't bring myself to take them to win a night game in Baton Rouge, so I went with LSU. I think somehow LSU wins this game at night at home. That's a tough place to play at night.
Really?
I think.
Okay, Jeff.
Yes, I think. And then they get a bye week, and then they get their brains beat in 2 weeks.
Okay.
In Tuscaloosa. Like, I think
All
they're going
right.
to slaughter them in Tuscaloosa.
Okay, cool.
But I do think that they win the game Saturday. I think they're gonna
Okay. We're going to do two more.
defend
Let's
them.
jump over to the ACC real quick. Coming off of their first loss, Miami bye week, they will play the Stanford Cardinal at home, who just beat Florida State and likely will get Mike Norvell fired once the season's over. I don't care what their AD says. Carson Beck in a terrible performance. He threw 4 interceptions in that game. Stanford didn't look terrible in that FSU game, but I'm pretty sure Miami's favored big here. What do you think, Jeff? I was going to let you.
Oh, that was real? Oh, sorry. Obviously, Miami.
Miami. Yeah, Miami for sure. Chat, there's not a lot of great games on this weekend.
Miami.
We're reeling, trying to find one.
I mean, was that Carson Beck performance last week not an exact portrait of what you've been saying about him for 2 years?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, you get a little pressure on him, man. Once he throws a pick.
I mean, he was closing his eyes and just throwing balls.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
right
bad.
into the guy's chest. And I'm like,
was
what
bad.
were you seeing there?
Yeah, dude. If he didn't have Malachi Tony open, he didn't know what to do.
I mean, they got in his face, he got rattled, and he just came apart.
Absolutely. All right. Michigan is playing Michigan State at Michigan State. That's going to be Michigan's going to win that game there, Steven. All right. One more. The battle of Bama's the battle of Bama losses, or two teams that Bama has beaten two pretty good quarterbacks, I think. College Game Day will be there, which is crazy. The SEC short folks will be there. So if you're a fan of them, the Missouri Tigers will head over to Nashville to take on the Vanderbilt Commodores. I told you guys that after last week beating LSU that they were going to start talking about Diego Pavia and the Heisman hype. That has 100% happened. Really kind of need to see that knocked off a little bit. Just because the media, the people who vote for this, they love that style quarterback. Even if it's not the best player in the country, they will vote for that flashy style over a traditional quarterback. We've seen that happen.
See 2018 if you need proof.
Yeah, we've seen that happen a lot.
Shout out King Tool.
So I'm pulling for Missouri in this one. I think Missouri's going to get this done. Missouri's got the pass rush. They've got a better pass rush than Alabama has, and Alabama kept Diego Pavia under some pretty consistent pressure in that game. So, give me Mizzou.
You like Mizzou on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think Ahmad Hardy has a big game.
I can't go against Vandy at home. I got to go with Vandy at home. Yeah,
Isn't that
kills
crazy
me
to say out loud?
out loud.
Isn't that weird? Doesn't it
Right,
feel
J Bag.
weird?
Something tells me Vandy just destroys him. Like, did I say that out loud?
That's weird. I knew they were going to beat LSU, man.
What's up, BD James?
Anybody who thought otherwise was ridiculous.
Live from Texas.
Hope the weather's
Appreciate you
right
tuning
there.
in all the way from Texas there.
Dude, I don't know about y'all up there, man. The weather down here has been fantastic. It's like
Yeah, it's
60
been
degrees
beautiful.
outside right now. It's beautiful.
Love it.
So, yeah, I'm going to take Missouri in this game. I think Purbulla kind of shows out. I think Missouri is able to run the ball and keep Pavia off the field. They'll kind of do what Alabama did to Vanderbilt, and I think they win a close one, 31-27. Exactly, Eric. Look at Eric.
Look at this guy.
Hey.
I could see that. I mean, if that happened, that would not surprise me. You know, I mean, that's
Twins.
one of those games where you just flip a coin. You could see either team, pulling out a win.
Yep.
So,
all
but
right.
I'm going Vandy in
That'll
that
do
one.
Thanks for sponsoring our hot take segment there, University of Traditions. If you want you to spin your dollar hat, you can go to universitytraditions.biz. If you are a content creator and you are needing a place to post all your socials in one, check out Paul and Social, please. Tell them Cotton sent you, and they'll get you taken care of over there. Yeah, Steven, I'm south of Jacksonville on the coast, and it's been beautiful here, man. Really pretty here. So
It's been nice up here. Like I said, I sat outside last week and watched the game on the back porch. It was beautiful. No mosquitoes or nothing. It's nice.
She called me today. She lives in Auburn, and she's just like, she's like, Dad, you would love it. She was like, I don't know why you moved down there. So, well, I had to go to work. So
that tends to dictate things.
My degree field's pretty specialized, so it was tough to find what I needed. Hey, get that applause ready, Jeff. Thanks for the donation there, Steven. You are the man.
We got a donation. Oh man, you're the man, dude. Hang on, I'm getting there. There it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Burton. Steven, we need to get you on the show soon, man. And just, you donate a lot. We need to get you on as a guest on the show.
Chat, let me ask y'all a question. I want to get the chat's response to this. What if we did a segment of the show where we posted the call-in link and some of our friends in the chat called in for a 3-minute burn?
Yeah, you would have to behave though. You would have to watch your language.
You have to behave, obviously, but we'd bring you in for 3 to 4 minutes, say what you got to say, and then we would move on to the next. I mean, would anybody do that? If we put that link up, would anybody want to hop on with us for like a 3 or 4 minute burn, about a topic like the game Saturday, or even whatever you want to talk about?
Yeah,
just an idea.
I think Lance is right. That donation deserves an elephant roar. I got it. Thank you, Steven. Jeff, you don't like the elephant roar? Did Jeff die?
No, I think my network froze.
Oh, okay, I was like, you were just like this.
Well, I was waiting for the elephant roar. That's not my favorite.
It's okay. Well, I
thing that
I know
they play at the stadium.
I know, that's why I put it on here. I'll tell you what. We'll do it this Saturday. We'll put the link in the chat. Members can come on and talk to us. You can keep your cameras off.
You don't have to be on camera. You can just do audio.
Yeah, we'll give members priority. Obviously, we'll open it up to everybody else. So, we'll do that this Saturday after the game. So make sure you're here as soon as we wrap up.
Yeah, the post game show would be really cool. I know y'all got some thoughts after the games, especially when they're fresh.
All right, but Jeff, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my evening, my birthday celebration, and get stupid. So, I hope you have a great Friday, everybody. Be safe out there. It's absolutely crazy. Bama, South Carolina, 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. Be there. Or
see y'all after the show or after the game.
We'll be there. As always, you know the drill. Tell your folks about us. Get folks to subscribe to us this week. I challenge you all before Saturday to get 2 folks to subscribe to the channel. You have homework. Do it. As always,
do it.
Do it. Say your prayers. Read your Bibles. Wash your hands. Horns down, baby. Beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too.
Roll it.
Roll Tide.